Today is Monday, April 7th, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And we are getting some quieter weather for much of the middle of the country as high pressure is, at least for a good part of the southern plains and central plains, in control. We got a clipper system that's bringing a quick shot of cold air across the Great Lakes region. We got some rain in the southeast, but moving outside of those hard-hit areas that have been dealing with round and round of severe thunderstorms. So just a little east of there at this point into the southeast, we got a bit of a rainy day from the panhandle of Florida over to the southeastern part of Georgia, including Savannah and through the Carolinas. Slow-moving cold front moving off to the south and east. This clipper system, this fast-moving area of low pressure, has a strong cold front. So we got another cold blast coming across the Great Lakes region, and with it, there's been a kind of a burst of rain and snow that's been pushing south and east. So we're going to see that pushing through Michigan and the northern sections of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio as the day goes on. Look at this behind it, even with sunshine, temperatures barely peaking around 40 in the northern plains. We got 50s from Cincinnati to Louisville. We got dropping temperatures though, so expect those temperatures to fall off as that blast of cold air comes in. 60 in Nashville and Memphis, so it's pretty cool all the way down to the south. And it is going to be a colder than normal week, at least to start, and then we sort of slowly ease back into what may be a little bit more typical for April, highs around or just above 50 by the end of the week in Detroit, maybe even some 60s at the end of the 7-day forecast. And you see that in Chicago as well. Much of the week's going to be in the 40s and kind of windy, and then we got some milder temperatures for the upcoming weekend. In the southeast, again, the cold front's right about here, right? So out ahead of it, we got scattered showers and thunderstorms and some locally heavy rain. Well, as that front moves south and east, it is going to cool down, but out ahead of it, we are able to get those temperatures into the 70s and even some 80s, but it is going to be notably cooler behind it once that front comes through. Pretty rough day in New Orleans starting this morning in the 60s, kind of holding steady as the rain moves out. Only 67 today in Dallas. So, you know, you got 70s and 80s today in the southeast, more like 60s for the rest of the week. It is going to be a cooler than normal week, even in the southeast. And down in South Florida, it is partly sunny this morning in Fort Lauderdale. We'll get to the mid-80s. Remember where that front is. So we're east of the front on the warm side. It is windy, but it's warm. And then we'll look at highs in the rather temperatures falling back into the upper 70s as we head into the evening. It will cool down even in South Florida. High temperatures will be closer to 80, but that's still not bad. It looks like we'll be right around 80 through the upcoming weekend. Okay, that is your Monday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a great start to the week. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.